Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back. We're here with another NTW3 historical battle for you today, and yeah, we have a battle here, the Battle of Sacile. So it's 1809 battle in Italy between France and Italy against the Austrian menace, who are trying to reconquer their land. We have had a little bit of a line fight there. We've just seen some skirmishes getting routed. So yeah, nothing major that was missed there. Just a bit of a quick skirmish between the French lines and also some Austrian skirms. But yeah, in this one we have 4 Eugene corps here. It was Eugene that was leading the French and Italian armies with the army of Italy, and this was one of his victories that he won. He then went on to well, actually, sorry, he lost this one, but then won at the Battle of the Piave River after. Sorry, so yeah, he lost this battle in history. It was one of his first battles, I think, with his own command. So I think he made quite a few critical mistakes. The objective in today's game is actually to take this town over here, which is being represented as the town of Sacile. It's the town of Sombres today. One of the other minor objectives is to take sort of like this road here between Sacile and Brayer, which is this other little hamlet over here. So yeah, the Austrians look like they're already defending sort of the approach towards Brayer to stop the French from using that, but I imagine there was more Austrians along the road somewhere protecting that sort of minor objective, because otherwise the French can just come up this road here and then attack from the other direction. So we will see. But yeah, the French are taking their time getting forward. We have a lot of sort of like Eugene's corps still getting into position. We have, yeah, like I said, 4 of them. We've got an absolute massive infantry blob here that is getting ready to go in. And then over here we've got a fair amount of infantry as well. I was playing as this Eugene corps. It was a battle we did on the stream a little while ago. So if you want to ever get involved in some of these stream battles and scenarios, then feel free to join my Discord. The link is down below in the description. As always, you're more than welcome to join and get involved. And yeah, hope you enjoy this one. If you do remember to leave a like, subscribe, comment, all that shenanigans. There's going to be plenty more NTW3 action on the way, as it's you know, one of my favorite periods is the Napoleonic period. Really do enjoy checking this out. But yeah, it looks like the French are shifting over some dragoons here. I actually didn't bring really a lot of light cav. I think we just brought the one chasseur cheval. I think as this sort of like corps, you can bring quite a lot of good and big dragoon units, like 94-man units. I mean, this one's like 109 and that one's 103. So you got big dragoon units. I might even have another one somewhere. I can't remember. I thought I brought like at least 4 or 5. But anyway, it doesn't really matter how many I've got. There's still plenty of them here. And one of my favorite units, I have a new favorite unit. It's here. It's the Voltigeur Combines. We'll just go to like slow-mo for a minute so we can see it. I mean, they look awesome. They really do. I mean, I really like the look of them. I don't know, the yellow shakos, the green sort of I don't know what you call them, like epaulets on the side. They look very cool. They're kind of mixing with some Laguerre right now, but they are a very cool unit, and they're very good. Not just because of their look, but they're also a very good all-rounded unit. They're really good in melee, and they're also pretty good in shooting. They have actually some regional melee stats, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, we've got lots of other units as well. Some grenadiers with the line over here as well to sort of back up with the melee. But also France, sort of 1809, relatively decent in melee. We've got some Velites of the Royal Guard, and there's some more Italians, you know, being brought as well, which is good to see. The French over on this side here, the guys that are really in charge of taking on Sombres, they are in a bit of a brutal line fight right now. Battling away. They have some Voltigeurs. I think they have some Voltigeurs Combines maybe. Oh no, is it just the officer? He also just looks like a Voltigeur Combine. But yeah, it looks like he's just lying infantry here. And we also have some Italians, of course. You've got to bring the Italians. You know, they're in the army of Italy for a reason. Start blasting them, boys. Yes, seems like Austria here is quite happy to sit back. They've got like a lot of these militia type units as well, which are very useful to bring. Sort of can soak up enemy musket fire. They take ages to kill off because there's so many of them. And as long as they have secure flanks, yeah, they can just kind of stick them in the front lines here, and they'll just, you know, they've not got great accuracy, but they'll slowly chip away at the French lines if they get given the opportunity. Austria also prides itself on some really good cav. I think they have brought a fair few cuirassiers. Yeah, one is actually here. So yeah, they brought a fair few of these guys, and they are going to be tough to deal with. I don't think the French have really anything to challenge that. I think the heaviest we have is dragoons. Really. Well, actually, I think we can bring like some guard cavalry as well. We've got chasseurs here getting shot at for free. this French player needs to think about falling them back. Got a little grenadier here, which I imagine can form square. So yeah, these chasseurs need to get out of there. They're just getting blasted. But yeah, I think that we can bring some like guard d'honneur, which are like a heavy cav, and I think the Italian dragoons are technically counted as heavy cavalry, even though they're a dragoon unit, which is kind of crazy. But I don't think anyone's brought them by the looks of it. This looks like a lot of French dragoons here. We've actually got grenadiers of the Royal Guard. We've got the Velites of the Royal Guard. Yeah, lots of like inspired people, and also all these guys are really good for melee. So they're in their fancy green uniforms, which is also great to see as well. But yeah, if you haven't also checked out my Napoleonic playlist, that's also worth doing as well. I've got a whole list, literally, of every single historical battle we've done on NTW3, covering the entire Napoleonic sort of wars from its very start in 1804 to the very end in 1815. I also have some battles from before, like in the revolutionary conflicts as well, which are in there. So yeah, there's like over 100 videos. If you haven't checked any of those, if you maybe have missed some of those videos in the playlist, so definitely worth checking that out if you haven't as well. It's definitely worth doing. Some fun ones, some definitely ones I'd be like, I'd like to rewatch that. We've got some Voltigeurs, some Italians here shifting up. They're getting ready. It looks like there is an army defending the road, or at least part of an army. It looks like a lot of German infantry here, and those cuirassiers are also sniffing around here. So yeah, it's not. So yeah, it's that road there that they've got to defend. It's not the dirt road. But we are on the. This is the Ligny map, I believe it is, the Ligny map. So it's not a map we often see very often, but it actually works quite well for this scenario, because Sacile was a town that was in Italy. Kind of looks a bit Italian as this landscape. Also, it's on the right-hand side of the sort of like the battle map that you see when you like research Sacile. So yeah, Sacile's sort of like this sort of town over here. And there was a big open area over here, and Eugene had like all his divisions, like sort of pretty much in a diagonal line, sort of like if you imagine that one there, and he sort of had them like staggered backwards. So his right was his most extended, his left was his least extended arm. And basically, as the battle went on, like he sent in divisions to try and take Sacile. He kept getting pushed out by, I think it's Johann, I think is the commander at Archduke Johann, who was at Sacile. He kept getting pushed out by him, and then he kept kind of just shifting his line, basically shortening his left flank, and more troops got sucked from the left into the Sacile's fight there. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this one goes. Whether it's going to be a bit similar, whether these troops here are going to kind of get sucked in to fight the Austrians. The Austrians definitely are more overextended over here than they were in Sacile. They were in the actual battle. They were kind of a lot more stacked around the town. And then they just had a big cavalry arm, which I think was led by Cayenne Mayer. I'm probably butchering his name. He's like a 4-pointer in 1809, which I guess we could have brought him, but no one wants to use a 4-pointer really. And yeah, he basically swings in with his cavalry arm, and then sort of like wipes the floor with Eugene. He doesn't wipe the floor, but like routes his left and forces Eugene to fall back basically. And yeah, he does then eventually turn it around at the Piave River, which is another scenario we have yet to do. Battle of the Piave River, which would be a fun one to do, because I do like the Eugene 1809 core. It's one of my favorites. I think you can bring a lot of mass, and you can bring a lot of good shooters, and also some like good melee units as well. I mean, I think one of our teammates, we just asked and said just bring all infantry, and I think this is the one here, this Eugene army here. So he's just got all infantry. I think he has like no cavalry. I mean, there's plenty of cav here anyway. The French got a good amount of chasseurs, dragoons if they want to use them. Yeah, they brought some pretty good ones. The Les Gros Hussars are a very good dragoon unit. They're just basically called the large hussars. So yeah, very, very good unit. And it looks like, yeah, now France is pushing on over here. So this was my core. I was like, seeing that Austria was really pushing on this French army here. They actually did, I think, manage to take out something, or maybe they haven't. I thought they took some stuff out, but they haven't, in fact. And so, yeah, I was like, well, if they're going to overextend, I'm going to try and cut them off. So I've got some of my faster units going that way. We've got Laguerre, got the Voltigeurs, Combines moving over here. So yeah, they're really fast guys that are going to be able to get over here and maybe try and catch these Austrians. I also have cavalry supporting as well, because you're going to need cavalry. Most of these units can form square, like even the Voltigeurs, Combines. Another great plus for them. But yeah, my Laguerre can't actually. I think I brought yeah, non-squareable Laguerre, but yeah, they can bring a lot of good Laguerre units. Kind of this Eugene Corps is a very good shooting corps. Like the Les Cousins are really good. There's the Ladoges, and there's another one as well that's even better, which you can bring, which I didn't bring for some reason. It's a similar cost to the Ladoges. But yes, not a fight I want to take really over here is this one. There's a lot of Chevaliers, or Dragoons there, and Chevaliers and Cuirassiers as well, all sniffing about, and with some Hussars as well. So yeah, lots and lots of nasty units that really I don't want to be going into. Yeah, I don't think I can win a cav fight against all those. I also, you know, just chipping away, shooting a few of these riders with my Voltigeurs. Definitely want to, you know, don't overextend, charge in, get myself killed when he's close, when the Austrian lines are so close and can support. I want to support with my own line infantry really in this cav fight, especially shooting those slow-moving Austrian cuirassiers. There was actually something routing over here. What routed? Oh, is it the skirmishers from earlier or some cavalry? Oh, it's some cav unit. I think we must have missed a cav charge, but I don't think he did much as a hussar unit going in. It is the only action really going on over here, but I feel like I'm just kind of... It's a slow build-up as this game, as this one, so I'm just trying to fill the time. I mean, but it's not worth cutting, because there are things that are going to take place, and we have actually got a cav charge over here as well. I think they managed to take out a gun. So yeah, they take out this gun over here. These are cav units. They just charge and just wipe it out. It just was limbered, so it just died immediately. There's no cavalry covering it. It's a shame that I don't think this corps actually... I know he brought one chasseur cheval and just wasn't covering the artillery, the slow-moving artillery, which is lucky for him that he didn't go on and go for any of this infantry, because it can't form square. That would have been a bit of a... Well, these Voltigeurs can, but these 4 units here around the artillery cannot form square. It would have been easy pickings there. But we'll see what happens. The French now moving forward. They're going to try and push towards this gun battery here. They've got some artillery actually having a duel, and they are... Yeah, they're already orange lining. I think they're getting blasted by like multiple artillery batteries over a load of 8-pounders, just blasting away, doing what they can. Good to see. Good to see. Yeah, Austria on the retreat. I think they're trying to retreat back to the road that they're supposed to defend. They realize they've overextended. I think they realize there's more French here than they first expected. And the French are progressing pretty quickly. You know, they're already here. We've got a horse artillery wheeling up as well. I guess trying to get some shots off on these French before they go into the forest and get a bit more cover. The Austrians open fire. I don't think they really can see the French here, so they give it a good go anyway. Start blasting, boys. Start blasting. And it seems like, yeah, Austria now fully under retreat. We can see their full army, really. They're just, you know, here, ready to go. Well, not quite ready to go. They're on the retreat, but they're looking for a spot to retreat to. And I think it is going to be this sort of like around the forest over here. It seems like Austria is not looking like he's going to retreat. France is quite happy just to stand in the forest as well and take these shots. So yeah, not a bad spot. The artillery here though is chewing up these infantry units here. These Colonel General getting absolutely slapped by the artillery on that hill there, and there's other units behind that are also going to get hit pretty hard. And now, yeah, we just got to see whether the French are going to go for a melee charge, maybe? Whether they'll go for that. It doesn't seem like they want to. It seems like they want to just sit back, relax, wait. It looks like the French again went in. What did they get here? They went in for a cav charge here and got some more skirms, but again, nothing too major. The French look like they're going to push hard on this right here. Lots of Italian troops setting up. And all the Velites of the Guard and all the Grenadiers and stuff like that, they're all getting ready to go. So it looks like that is going to be the place that they're going to try and give it a go. There's a lot of militia here as well, so it's definitely a weaker point that the French want to maybe try and hit. And it looks like they are kind of going way wide of Sombrest though, so the Austrians have forced them to do this, I guess, just with like their defenses in front of Sombrest. They're kind of going wide of it and then going to try and hit inside. So I mean, it doesn't matter how you go to the objective. They don't have to be a historical and make a head-on assault. They just can do what they want. So yeah, and it looks like we're going to see a cab charge here. Seriously, look like they were going to give that a go. The Austrians look like they were going to charge in, but I mean, I was going to say my dragoons came up and tried and cover them there. A few shots from the Voltigeurs as well kept them at bay. So that's always good as well. see the French are trying to close the nut, try and close it. This sort of like trap in on the Austrians, try and trap them in. We've got a surcharge here. There is a general that's been forgotten about, I think, by the Austrians. We are going to see the Austrians try and react to it, but they're going to get to the general first. And yeah, here we go. There's the general being attacked. I don't know why I don't have any melee sounds, but there we go. They come through now. I think they are going to be killed off here, the Italian Sacile. They are trying to get that general, and I don't know what they're going through after. They've kind of gone through the gap in the line. They have routed the general. I think the unit's also just getting stuck. It's all over the place because they got stuck going through these units, I think. But it has routed. That's unfortunate. The unit's kind of like all over the place. And yeah, there you go. The Austrians have lost their general, though. I don't know if he'll re-rally. He might. He didn't die. We didn't get the notification. But that is a bit of a mishap there by the Austrians. They made a big mistake there, really. Yeah, Austria now standing, lying in wait. We'll see whether... Oh, here we go. France going in. France is going out. I was going to say, I thought there was another charge coming soon. And there you go, the Dragoons going in. Dauphinois. Dragoons, I think they tried to get the guns. That was the plan. And they have managed to charge it. They have routed the guns. And that the Dragoon unit there has run into a lot of Grenadiers. Some of them could form a square, but not all, it seems. And there you go. I mean, they got out with like 60, 70 troops left. So they should hold on for a little bit longer. So that's good. I mean, they got a gun, which is the main thing. You know, you can just because they're obviously a pain in the line fight just to deal with. You've got the 6-pounders here for the Italians moving up. If they can get those into range and start pounding our Austrian line, that will also really help as well. Looks like France also tried to go for another charge on this side here. Looks like some Chasseurs Cheval again, routing more skirmishes, just whittling down these skirmishes of the French, just bit by bit. But they obviously don't want to sacrifice too much cav for that because they've still got to deal with the Austrian cav itself. There's a lot of troops by this red line as well, so if they were to rout the Austrians, they're going straight over that red line, not coming back. We've got artillery here, getting really pounded. There you go, the French artillery routed. I think that's in a counter-battery sort of duel there that's taken place. And the French cav there re-rallied in the back lines just to get routed once again. It's a bit of a shame. It looks like the French are preparing for an assault. I think the Austrians are standing their ground a little bit more. France is getting ready. Whether they can go back into this forest, France, or it looks like they are shifting. They've kind of just fallen back, actually. They're just there as the massive infantry mass. And the Gros Hussars, they're getting ready to shift across. Looks like the French are going to mass a lot of cavalry here and try and smash their way through. It's not great terrain for the cav because there's lots of bridges and rivers just sort of cutting off sort of potential charges. We'll see how that goes. And then here we go. The line fight is getting underway a little bit here. France is definitely a disadvantage for the hill advantage that they've got to go up against here. Austrians on a better hill, that's for sure. Well, I mean, to start with, they're not even on a hill. Are the Italians? The Austrians on a hill. There you go. Get some shots off. These are the La Marche. These are the the Pontificio. These are the guys from Papal States, which I always find quite fun. So they're here representing the Pope. Got some more troops here. It's actually got a squareable. That probably should be on the flank, but it's alright. It can go there. We've got artillery. Yeah, the artillery for the Italians here now mounted up, starting to blast away. You need to be careful they don't shoot their Voltigeurs. And again, Austria's retreating. This is really like the French should be moving. Just get moving. Just catch these guys out. Like, Austria's better just to stand its ground and try and win a line fight. Whilst France obviously wants to try and get into a melee battle and start twirling those bayonets. I think we're going to see a push here from Austria. It looks like they're going to send out a Chevalier maybe to go and hunt down that gun. It's not a bad idea, to be honest. There isn't any cavalry in the vicinity because it all got shifted to the right. So I think they're going to get a free artillery piece here. Are the Austrians, if he goes for it. Unless the artillery can get off a canister shot soon. It's going to have to be now or never. Nice volley. In the last second, I think they might just rout it. Wow. That was very lucky there. And the gun is going to be able to stand here, but the carriages are now going to run off. That's just how it works. It's now very much a foot artillery stuck on that hill, but it's not on a bad hill. Overlooks Sombresse. It doesn't really need to move from there on for the rest of the game anyway. The Italian troops here. They're losing slightly, no surprise. It's the real push that's going to come from over here from the Leger, the cousins of the Emperor, and also the Voltigeurs Combines. Getting ready, boys. Start blasting for the Emperor, for France, and also for Italy, I guess, as well. But mainly for France. So the Lelouch is here. No one's firing. What? I guess because Austria's on the retreat still. They're constantly on the run right now. I thought that was a French thing to run away. But no, apparently it's Austria's thing today. And here we go, a charge from the French. They're going in. It is the cavalry charge I was expecting. We've got, we do have the Italian dragoons here. So, at least one of the Italian dragoons. I don't think this is, they have the Italians of the Royal Guard. I like the dragoons of the Royal Guard. They're very, very good. I think they're the elite heavy cav. These ones, that's still good though, the Regina. And here we go, more cav coming in, the Gros Hussars. The rear charging their own troops a little bit here are Austrians, so be careful of that. Yeah, big cav fight now taking place. Grenadiers storm square will help stabilize Austria a little bit, hopefully. But this is not looking good as well. Militia are redlining, other units are routing. And it looks like, yeah, the Hussars might break their way through. Oh, they're not even militia, they're just Grenzes. They haven't even hit the militia yet. There you go, they're breaking through. The infantry needs to get a move on and get over here and support the cav. It's not going to be able to stand its ground, and I think he's actually trying to get out of here. At least this one is. And you see, look at that, the French are sweeping the side. This Austrian force here. Yeah, you can see that these infantry coming up to support, they can take over. Any squares they get formed, they just need to charge them with bayonets, get rid of them. Okay, the Cavs kind of just ignored that square and then just moved on to anything else that cannot square as it should. You see the militia trying to get out of there, they're going to be super slow, and they are not going to be able to get out of there in time. A few more squares being formed over here, which kind of a bit early helps play their cards. Now it just means that they need to be dealt with by infantry, and there's plenty of infantry that can melee these guys. I mean, the light infantry, or all the grenadiers back there that are coming up as well. And that's pretty much the main. That's like someone's main army here for France. They just shifted everything here slowly and then just hit them. And Austria still is like, this is only a portion of the Austrian force, I have a feeling. But they've kind of been caught short there, have the Austrians. We're going to see a cav charge now for the guns, straight down the middle. But Chasseur Cheval going in, and they're slicing and dicing that artillery piece there. Very nice for them. And it does seem like the line fight is getting back underway a little bit here. What we want to see. I think they are waiting patiently though for a melee opportunity. Grenadiers are going to. I mean, this road would be a good spot to get your grenadiers on, which exactly is what the French have done here. You've got grenadiers of the line and grenadiers of the Royal Guard for Italy. They're all getting ready, and they can just start to go down that road. Extra movement, speed, and then they can just start to just bayonet twirl these guys here, and just get the Austrians really quickly. There's also artillery backing up, which is a good spot. I see no real the Cavs so far back and behind infantry that it can't really like just dash through if it needed to at the moment and just sneak in and get an artillery piece. But I guess it can't really, because there's a lot of dragoons over here as well for the French. There's big dragoon units as well that the Austrians need in a match. I don't know if they have any more cav. There's a lot of cav in the centre as well for the French. The Dauphinois did actually re-rally for me. 55 riders left. If we can get a good charge off, go maybe straight down the middle, again, maybe down that road, they could maybe start another sort of breakthrough there, like the French have done over on that far right-hand side. Speaking of, they are just mopping up a few of these troops here. There are grenadiers. I think these guys are in square. They need to come out of square, really. There you go. They might be doing it now. I think they're just concerned of all the cav just dotted around. And yeah, the infantry taking opportunity to just charge them, shoot them while they're in close formation like that. And there you go, Dauphinois going in again. These units were on the retreat. I don't think they could form square. And they've managed to rout another one, and they might get this grenadier here. I don't know. It's going to be a bit tougher. They are engaging the Hungarians to their side. Riders dropping left, right, and center. Now, oh, they broke again. I was going to say now is the time for the French to get forward their infantry. A little bit slow, really, but there they go. The cousins of the Emperor going in. We've got other infantry coming up now.
Your men have been routed, sir.
Some of these units breaking, but there's still plenty to replace them. We've still got to see the guards coming over here, the Velites, and we've got some grenadiers by the looks of it as well. Yeah, we've got like most of the grenadiers. We've got Velites being brought. I think these guys are worse off, to be honest, the Velite grenadiers. They're okay in shooting, but they're actually not that great for other stuff. And there we go, a cav charge, the Royal Piedmont getting into the guns here, and the cuirasses have been activated. There you go, big cav fight taking place here. They need to get support though. They can break the gun, which they should. That will obviously upset the cuirasses. It's a friendly unit breaking nearby. Whether they can break it, I don't know. They might be able to get infantry. They can close the gap. That's the main thing in this infantry here, this infantry mass. With the 15-second line, they can get closer. We've got some of these Italians still breaking. You can see the Eugene kind of pull back the Royal Piedmont. They've actually broke. And the cuirasses are trying to get in. I don't think they have the momentum to break. They actually all... Some of these guys all form squares. It seems like the cuirassiers actually made contact first before squares were formed. There you go, that's just forced back the cuirassiers. We're now seeing a bayonet charge from the Royal Guard. They break those Hungarians there, and they just need to carry on. Just get up that hill now and try and get in amongst the Austrians. I think they're going to go into the side charge here. Not too bad. There you go. The Italians get in. I don't know what they're trying to do, pull back maybe, I don't know. Here we go, Austria now charging down the hill with infantry. I don't know if that's a wise idea. French won. Here we go, it's the line of infantry moving forward. Again, another charge from the Austrians. They're really going in for it now. With their grenadiers, they want to take the fight to France. Definitely not a good idea. The French instantly routing that Hungarian there. And look at that red line. Look at these red lines and orange lines going on here for the Austrians. It's just waiting to be broken. Big cav fight, I think also won on this side here by the French. You can see that they are victorious with the cavalry over here. So that's something to keep in mind as well. But yeah, look at this breakthrough going on right now from the French. This is massive. The general here needs to start thinking about retreating, re-rallying his boys if he can. Got even some Italian Laguerre breaking through. The infantry here, yeah, just trying to mop up, trying to get rid of some of these guys. Some of those units weren't even breaking yet. They're just trying to get out of there. And this Austrian line has disintegrated. This force over here can start to retreat. If it can, they can try and wedge themselves between this forest here and the town maybe. Try and use that as a lynch point. It's pretty easy to defend that building and the sort of town here. They are coming to Sombresse from the other direction actually first. It looks like the objective is going to be taken from this side, not from the right flank, which originally had that main objective. They're still kind of stuck over here on this far side here. Got Grenzers and another artillery piece actually on this road. So it's not a bad spot actually. Set up here. Start blasting, boys. Or not. There's a false. I don't know. No ammunition in it, maybe. It's just like, oh, we forgot to load the gun. There you go. It's fired now. Like I mean, it kind of hits hitting troops, but it bounced immediately in front of the gun. So where there is something in the way. But yeah, this is a disaster on this flank here. All the Austrians, they are just being forced back. The cuirasses are in here actually. They have recharged. They went after some of the other dragoon units, but I think they got side charged by all these infantry here. The grenadiers to guard here, side shooting the cuirasses, risking their own cav, getting rid of them. And that's the problem with heavy cav. It's like it gets tied down in a cav fight, and there's so much infantry around it. You're just going to get screwed over by like enemy infantry. They're just going to blast it. This cavalry unit here possibly wants to think about retreating. Oh, it was trying to go for a general. There is a general right here, right in the front lines. He could get caught as well if he's not careful. You need to be careful. That's an exhausted cav unit that needs to just get back. We have got Austrian cav still in the field. Some hussars here, which is good to see. They're going to need them. It doesn't seem like France is really in a great hurry to flank around with his own cav and try and get behind. They're really using the infantry right now, trying to just press on with them. I don't blame them. They're probably farming kills here. Absolutely farming kills. Disgraceful. mean, it's not really disgraceful. It just kind of, you know, embellishes your own kills. Another cab fight on this side over here. Grant's winning that. Now getting stuck in, see some militia. And this is what they need to do now. The militia need to just side shot if they can into those dragoons. Looks like just going into melee. I don't know if that was the plan or was it just a misclick or what. It looks like the cav charge over here though by the Austrians is routing some of these line infantry. The grenadiers hold strong. Yeah, they need to be careful with the French. They don't want to overextend, throw away all their cavalry in costly assaults, because the Austrians still have a few nasty pieces up their sleeves. And it looks like we're going to see Eugene maybe go and rally those dragoons, try and get rid of them. And there you go, the dragoons rear charge and rout the Austrian ones. So there you go, that's then dealt with. That might be the last campaign there, I don't know. Berthes, good engineers going in. Battling away side by side with their French comrades. Them off the field is what we want to see there. I mean, if you're rooting for the French, that is, if you're rooting for Austria, then you want to see a few more French units getting routed here. But yeah, here we go. Looks like we've got Berthes, Combines, and Grenadiers going in. Look at these guys going straight on in. I think Berthes, Combines pretty intact, still, you know, looking good. And then these guys go charging in, trying to rout as many of these guys as possible. Starts to do chaos now to try and catch as many of these Austrian units as they can. You just never want to let a player reset in NTW3. Never let them reset. Austria's kind of in the danger of doing that right now. Though the French have probably overwhelming firepower, they can probably throw it up against the Austrians. You don't want to let a player like reset. If he's already down, keep him down. That's what you got to do. The French need to be careful. They don't want to pull through. They're okay, but there's a cab charge here that's going to probably punish French for overextending with these grenadiers and these Voltigeurs. They didn't form square, they won't be able to. Looks like they didn't. Yeah, I don't think they did. They have stopped these guys in their tracks pretty quickly. The Voltigeurs and Beans look absolutely fine. I think they can actually pull out of that combat. We're trying to get some side shots. The French cav is now arriving as well. Mopping up, looks like some re-rally troops. And the unit inside like the building here at Sacile is actually being attacked. We'll see what happens there. And it looks like, yeah, Voltigeurs, the cab's actually going to rout first. I think they need to be careful. French throwing in more infantry. It's kind of a bit blobby. Technically a no-no, but I think the side shots from the Voltigeurs broke them in the end. But I think it's just because the French were just keep constant advance. They were like, this unit should have broken by now. Why is it not broken? We've got more troops coming up to replace it, but just gotta be careful of that sort of thing. You don't want to. The enemy's not dead just yet. Give him some respect. And now it's like the opposite. The roles reversed. The Austrians are now down the hill, and the French are on top of it. But mainly the Italians still got the La Marche over here. Then you got the Les Belges. They're doing their bit. And actually, yeah, French unit there, Grenadiers getting routed. So, you know, another little win for the Austrians. Still got their guns intact as well, and surprisingly. I think it's because the French cab's still alive, it's just tired. Definitely could have got those guns if it wanted to. And there's more dragoons over here, but yeah, it's pretty much a mop-up at this point. The French lines are holding the Austrians in place here, while there's some huge mass of French just comes in. It's looking very messy. Very colourful sight. There's a lot of colourful uniforms down there for French. Green, white, yellow, red. Oh, it looks great in fairness. And even the Laguerre, like the La Doge, is a reasonable melee attack. I mean, at this point though, I mean, anything's going to be able to win in an infantry fight, I think, for the French. Because the Austrians are routing so much, it's affecting so many other units. And they're just causing them to rout. You can see there that the Chasseur Cheval is getting into behind, going to get this general here, I think. And that's probably then going to wrap up that sort of resistance over there. There you go, a general has fallen. I think they're still trying to take the building here. We have Grenadiers the Guard in there, so there's nothing better you'd want in there. We've got another general who's being killed off, and then they're all coming through now. All the Austrian generals have been slain. So that will probably affect the unit in here. I mean, yeah, there you go. The Grenadiers going in, storming that building. And it shouldn't be too long now, I wouldn't have thought, until this unit gets kicked out by the Grenadiers, the Guard. But we'll see. We'll just fast forward a little bit now, because the battle is pretty much over. We just have a little bit of a mop-up from the French to do. So we'll see what they get up to. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this battle. It's certainly been a fun one. The French are friendly fire themselves there, I just realised. Shot at their own troops are just facing off against them.
Sir,
Hold your fire! Oh, it's Italians, that'll be
yours.
why. They'll be like, those damn Italians, those damn Frenchies, getting in the way of everything. Oh, they shoot their own men as well. Nice. But yeah, there you go. The army taken. I think it's just a couple of units over there that need routing. It's just the Cavs shifting over there first. And we'll see what happens. But yeah, I hope you did enjoy the battle. It wasn't the most one-sided one, but it's a fun one to show off. I felt like it's a battle we were probably never going to recreate. Wasn't the closest, but it was a interesting one. A bit more in like closer on this side over here, but certainly on that left flank. The Austrians just kept retreating, and I don't think they ever were on ground that they favoured. And the French obviously managed to snipe that general quite early on back over here, and then that was obviously going to put them on a back foot with the Austrians. And it really helped as well, actually, I think, the play of bringing a lot of French infantry. Like this Eugene Corps, one of the Eugene Corps was just like solely infantry, as I was saying earlier. And it was just so useful, just having a mass amount of infantry. We didn't just had them all bayonet toiling, going in where we needed to. I mean, I brought pretty much a full stack as well, and I had a lot of good infantry. I lost about 4 or 5 units. I think I lost most of my units here, this silly charge that I was doing, because these units form square, and I was like, oh, they'll just break surely. Like army losses and like no generals, these guys are gonna break at the sheer sight of my cavalry, but they did not. In fact, it's gonna be an infantry job to deal with them. But yeah, it wasn't the closest of games, but it was a fun one. It was nice to get a victory under the belt, and I certainly enjoyed playing as this corps. It's one of my favorites, I think. Now, if I was playing as the Imperials, it's definitely got to be up there as a top favorite. But yeah, we'll see what happens here. Looks like we're going to see I think it's just a couple of Grenadier units here. They're all that are left. The backbone of this Austrian army made up of Grenadiers, and yeah, they are getting routed in a second, I think. Come on, boys, blast them. Blast them, do your bit. We'll see. Yeah, just need these guys to rout. Come on. You can do it. Oh, there we go. I think Austria's, being nice and just charging in instead of running away. So that's nice of them. They might rout that unit. It's only a painful, Italian unit. Not the best of units in the world. We've still got, I've got generals coming up. Eugene's coming up to the rally. Oh, maybe not. The Italians held strong. They did their nation proud. Very good. And we might see a square form here. The cavalry coming in, the chasseurs cheval coming in. They might just get close to these Austrians and rout them, and they didn't form square this time, strangely enough. Maybe because they're worried about the infantry as well, but there you go, they routed, and that should be the game. That is the Battle of Sacile, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you did enjoy. So it was a fun one. We just have the end results to look at now. They should be appearing in a second. Hopefully I have put up the end results for you to have a look at, because NTW3 never shows them itself. And then, yeah, if I also was... like I said, was playing in this one. I got 302 kills with my Voltigeurs Combines. I think it might have been a little bit of farming. These units were running through so many routing Austrians. I don't think these guys got 302 kills. The one below got 193. That's definitely more reasonable. My Ladoge is 168. Italian Laguerre 160, 128 with one of my Dragoons. I think that's definitely possible. 112 with the Cousins of the Emperor, also probably possible. And my Laguerre, Ladoge is getting 105, 90 with the Chasseurs Cheval, Grenadiers, the Guard, 81, 80 with another line infantry there. There are the rest of the kills if I'm going to look at them. But yeah, it was a fun one. I enjoyed playing this one. And yeah, I hope you did enjoy watching. It will be one of many, hopefully I will be doing with Eugene. I'd like to do the Piave River next, because I'd like to try and give this court another whirl. But until then, guys, check out some of these other videos if you haven't already. There's some awesome ones there, definitely worth looking into, some really close ones. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.